Welcome to the MedRight video documentation. This tutorial covers assessments on the MedPass machine. Assessments in MedRight are a variety of forms that caregivers may use to evaluate, measure, and document the health issues, and service needs of their residents. Any caregiver can create an assessment for a resident when needed. For a complete listing of all available assessment types, view the assessment's written documentation. To begin, select the resident in question from the Resident Selection panel, then select Assessments from the Actions panel. The Assessments page loads with the table of assessments for this resident. Note that for the MedPass machine, not all assessment types are always available. The facility administration determines which types of assessments are available. Only those types of assessments can be seen, managed, and created from the MedPass machine. For all assessments shown, the table shows the type of assessment, the date and time the assessment was created, the staff member who last edited the assessment, as well as the date and time they did so, and for locked assessments, just underneath that is the staff member who locked the assessment, as well as the date and time they did so. Also available are the action icons. The table of assessments can be searched by assessment type. Create a new assessment by selecting the Add Assessment button. This opens the modal with the Select Assessment Type pull-down. Use this to select from available assessment types and submit. The assessment form will open. Use the radio buttons, input boxes, and pull-downs on the form to fill it out. At any point, the Cancel button can be used to discard the assessment, or the Submit button can be used to save the assessment. Unfinished assessments can be submitted and continue to be worked on later. To do so, select the Edit Pencil icon for an unlocked assessment to open the details of that assessment, where they can be edited again. Once an assessment has been completely finished, it should be locked to prevent further editing or removing the assessment. Locking an assessment also adds the signature for the staff member who locked it. To lock an assessment, simply click the lock icon and confirm. In the last edited Locked By section, a second entry now appears to record the assessment being locked. The Edit Pencil icon is now a View icon. The View icon can be used to open the details of the assessment, but they cannot be edited there. The Lock icon will change to a Sign icon. By default, only one staff member can sign an assessment. However, the facility can be configured to allow up to 4 signatures. If this is the case, additional staff members can sign the assessment with the Sign icon. However, note that the same person cannot sign an assessment more than once. Attempting to do so will result in a modal indicating to the user that they have already signed this assessment. Certain locked assessments can also be copied. The table of assessments in the assessment's written documentation specifically identifies every assessment that can be copied. If an assessment can be copied and is locked, selecting the Copy icon and confirming will create a new unlocked assessment with a copy of all the data that was in the locked assessment. It can then be edited with the Edit Pencil icon. Any assessment that has not been locked can be removed with the X Delete icon. Locked or unlocked assessments can be printed. To do so, open the details of the assessment with the View or Edit icons. Then select the Print button from the upper right corner. A PDF report of the assessment is generated and opened in another browser tab. Notice the signature lines at the bottom of the assessment. Any staff that has electronically signed the assessment will have their signature displayed here. To print this assessment, move the mouse or touch the screen towards the top right of the page. Then select the Print icon. One final note when viewing the table of assessments. Locked assessments can be hidden by deselecting the Show Locked Assessments checkbox. That concludes the tutorial on the use of assessments from the MedPass machine. For more detailed information, view the assessment's written documentation. Thank you for watching this MedRight tutorial.